Hi guys, welcome back to Watch Gauge. I hope that you are all very happy, healthy, and safe during these crazy times. For those of you who have been following along with Watch Gauge, I've been super busy, as you could tell. The Alsta Nautoscaf Super Automatic, aka the Jaws watch, has been absolutely killing it. Every time I get a handful in, they fly out the door. Actually, they were all sold before I got them. Right now, I've got, I think, 3 pieces that are currently on Watch Gauge. It was really the first time I've had them where I got them in and were able to put them up on the site and not pre-sold already. So if you've been looking at those, there are a few on Watch Gauge now. And as you all probably well know, the NTH Devilrays have started to ship. I got my first 62 pieces in this past week. They all shipped out to those on waiting lists for them. I've got another large shipment of them coming in the next few weeks. Most of those are spoken for, but not all. So if you've had your eye on the new version of the Devilray, I would urge you to get on the wait list for those. At the end of this video, I'll detail how to get on that wait list. I've got a new system here on Watch Gauge for doing that. And going forward for the rest of 2020, we do have some big things happening with NTH. And our good friend Chris, Doc Vail, created his own little video to detail for you guys exactly what you can expect for the remainder of 2020. So let's cut to that video and I'll be back after he's done talking.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Chris from NTH. Thanks for taking the time. I'm going to try to make this video brief. I just want to give everybody an update on our production plans between now and the fall, because that's about as far out as I can see right now. I want to start with the current versions of the 40mm NTH subs. Right now, there are a few more than 200 pieces available worldwide, but that's spread out across 15 different versions. So it's on average, fewer than 8 pieces left per version, date, no date, and taking that into account. A lot of those models, especially the older ones we made last year, it's like 1, 2 pieces, maybe 3 or 4. They're not going to last very long. And everything we have in stock right now, we are not going to be making again anytime soon. You have my word. We will not make it again for at least a year. So if you like anything that we have in stock right now, I wouldn't wait. I would get it before it's gone. Right now, we are releasing the Devilray. This is a very anticipated, highly anticipated release. We made 300 pieces. We already received 150, and we've already shipped those out to retailers. If you are already on a retailer's waiting list, you've probably received an invoice or an email about going through checkout and getting your Devilray. If you haven't gotten that, or if you haven't gotten on a wait list yet, if you go to the website of a retailer and it says sold out, don't believe it. It's probably saying sold out because they haven't gotten their inventory yet, or they've already sold through what they have gotten, but there's more coming. So if you're interested in the Devilray, I would get with your closest NTH retailer right away. Last count, we had over 250 people combined on our wait list across all retailers, and we're only making 300 pieces. So I don't think they're going to last very long. I expect them to be sold out by the end of the summer, by end of August. So if you're interested in Devilray, definitely reach out to your NTH retailer. Ask them if they have any available, and if not, ask them if they're getting more, and if so, ask them to put you on their wait list. After the Devilray, we've got the XL subs that I've been working on for over a year. We're calling them 2K1s now. That's 2001 feet of water resistance, or 610 meters. That's the same water resistance that was in the original Rolex Sea Dweller from the late 60s, early 70s. That was one of our main inspirations for the Swiftsure and the Thresher, the 2K1 subs. Those are in production. They've been in production for a couple of months. They're coming in like September, I think. There's the Swiftsure, which is a big number dial, 369, triangle at 12. That'll be available in white, black, and blue. We're making all of those available in date or no date, except for the blue Swiftsure, which will be no date only. For the black, it'll also be available as a DLC, date and no date. So we're making 5 pieces date, 5 pieces no date, DLC. Thresher is the other design for the 2K1. That's a non-numerical dial. It's all just baton markers. That's only going to be available in black and blue. Those will both be available date or no date. Here again, for the black, we're going to be making 5 pieces of the date, 5 or 6 pieces of the no date in DLC. We've only made, I think, 26 cases of the DLC, and we're going to have to keep 1 or 2 on hand just in case we have to replace a case because of a defect. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 pieces total, 4 to 6 pieces per version, 4 to 6 pieces date, 4 to 6 pieces no date of the Thresher Black DLC, and same numbers for the Swiftsure Black DLC. Those are coming in September. I've been getting a lot of requests to bring back the Barracuda Vintage Black, the Nacken Modern Blue, and the Nacken Modern Black. All 3 of those are coming back in October, 25 date, 25 no date of each. For the Barracuda Vintage Black and the Nacken Modern Black, we're going to take 5 of each of those, date and no date, and also make a DLC version. For all 3 of those, we're also going to be making all of them available with the stainless case, but on the Beads of Rice bracelet. So if you're interested in the Beads of Rice bracelet and you didn't want to buy it separately, you'd rather have it as an option when you buy the watch, we're going to be making a limited number of those available. For the 2K1s, that's the Swiftsure and the Thresher, I forgot to mention, we are doing some things to make sure that the definition on the end link is everything people like it to be. Nice and crisp definition around that center link. Those improvements that we're making for the Swiftsure and Thresher are going to carry over into the new version of the NTH subs. So when you see the new versions of the NTH subs coming out in October, you may notice that that end link has been improved. Hopefully that alleviates some of the complaints we've gotten about the definition around the center section of the end link. In addition to the Barracuda Vintage Black, the Nacken Modern Black, and the Nacken Modern Blue, we're also bringing out 3 new versions of the 40mm NTH subs. There's going to be a Scorpene full lume dial, Scorpene white, C3 dial, black bezel, white lume on the bezel, no date only. Dial's going to have that nice rice paper texture that we used on the Nacken Vintage White. So if you like the Nacken Vintage White, you should like the Scorpene White. Again, just 25 pieces, just no date. We've got a new version of the Nazario coming out. This one's going to be called the Vino Rosso. It's got a deep red sunburst dial. For the first time ever, we're going to make that Nazario model available worldwide. So you do not necessarily have to get it from WatchGauge. WatchGauge will have some, but so will our other retailers, assuming they want to stock it. We're also coming out with a version of the Barracuda called the Polar White. That's going to be available with date or without date. If you like the looks of the white Swiftsure, which is a white dial, light blue lume, little hints of orange in the dial, same colorway for the Barracuda Polar White, date and no date. Scorpene White will be no date only. Nazario Vino Rosso will be no date only. We're going to make all of those available with the Beads of Rice as an option. And for the Nazario Vino Rosso and the Scorpene White, we'll also be making DLC versions. People have also been asking us, when are we going to make the next round of NTH Tropics? That is the Antilles and Azores. Just in the last month, we started showing images of updated prototypes for the next version of those 2 models. My plan right now, unless something changes between now and October, is to probably hold off on making the Tropics until the beginning of 2021. So sometime in the spring, February, March, April, is when I would think that that model will become available. But sometimes things change. We may maybe make it sooner. We might hold off and make it later. At this point, that's kind of my plan, is to just hold off on making the Tropics until early next year. So if you're interested in an NTH sub, anything we have in stock now, get it before it's gone. We're not going to be making more of any of those within the next year. The Devilray is going fast. If you're interested in a Devilray, find your closest NTH retailer, ask to be put on their wait list. I have fewer than 30 pieces that haven't been claimed by retailers yet out of 300. My expectation is by the time we get the last pieces in and through QC, my retailers will buy them all and we won't have any for sale on my website. The 30mm subs, the 2K1s, we're making 225 pieces total. The 2K1s, we're making 250 total of the NTH subs that are coming in October. Again, I don't know how many we're going to have available through our website. They're probably going to be exclusively available through our retailers. Get with your closest NTH retailer if you're interested in any of these models. Find your closest retailer. Ask them if they have a wait list started. If they don't, ask them to start one and put you on it. That's the production plan for now. Hopefully you guys are as excited about this stuff as I am, as I know our retailers are. And if you're interested, you get the watch you want before it sells out. Thanks for taking the time. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.
So there you have it. You've got the brand new versions of the Devilrays. The second shipment of them is due in the next few weeks. Again, I'll tell you how to get on the waiting list for that and these other things in just a minute. So then we also have the 2K1s, or the sub XLs. Those waiting lists have already started and they're growing, as well as the waiting list for the next batch of the NTH subs. So I have a brand new way to get on the waiting list. There's a new section on WatchGauge called Waiting Lists. Now this section is created for any watch from any brand that we are expecting in the future and you guys want to get on a waiting list for. It's simple enough. Simply go to the waiting list section. Once you do that, you find the watch that you're interested in. Open that product page, and when you do, there's a tab there that says join the waiting list. Once you click on that, a field will open up where you can input your information. Once you submit that, I will get an alert that you have joined the waiting list, and then I have those waiting lists saved for me in a separate section. Then once the watches come in, I email you an invoice, you pay the invoice, and I ship you the watch. It's that simple. I am going to ask you guys one favor, however. If you are joining any of these waiting lists, please do so with serious intent on buying a watch. I completely understand when things come up, whether it be financial situations or personal situations where you commit to a watch and then later have to decommit yourself, which is fine. I get that, and certainly no hard feelings, and it's no inconvenience on my end. However, for those who are serious about buying the watches and put themselves on that list, they may be getting a watch a couple of weeks later because there's a lot of back and forth, sometimes with the guys who back out. Again, I totally understand that there are situations, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, I don't want you to feel bad about that. But when you do join these waiting lists, please do so with serious intent. This recent launch of the Devilray has gone fantastic. The waiting lists are large. I do have a few spots available, and even if I don't, there is a likely chance that a few people will drop out of their reservations. So put yourself on that list if you're interested in the Devilray, as well as any of the other models coming in 2020. And check back often on that section in WatchGauge, the waiting list section, because as many of you may have noticed, I started doing business with Zodiac recently. I got in 5 pieces of a limited edition. They all sold out within 1 hour. In the future, it's likely that any of the Zodiacs that are similar or of similar nature will be in that waiting list section as well. And as you know, if you follow the WatchGauge Instagram, the Facebook page, or here on YouTube, I try to give you guys as much heads up on everything we're doing as much as possible. So I thank you guys so much for your support, for your business. I genuinely, truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I hope everybody stays healthy and stays well, and I will talk to you guys soon.